Greetings, traders out there in Traderland. B7 here, Grok Trade, based out of Tampa, Florida. Let's check out the markets here. What we're looking at here is the S&P 500 spider. We were in the downtrend. Check this out on the daily chart. Lower swing highs, lower swing lows, a definition of a downtrend, heading lower, 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 lower. However, on Thursday, big pop to the upside. We go higher, higher, higher. Check this out. Higher, higher, higher. We come down, 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 shooting star. And then Friday, gapped higher, showed promise like we were going to rally higher, but nope. By Friday, we dropped back down. Again, daily charts, daily chart. So Thursday, Friday held its own. We got to stay above that trend line. If I go to a line chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. Do you see this? Let's bring this to right there. Make sure we're right on these lines, okay? So you can see this resistance, resistance area, resistance. We just popped up over resistance. If you blow this up, you can see the line is well above. Go back to candlesticks, that's what it looks like there. Resistance, 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 resistance. As long as we can stay above that area of resistance, that'd be great, guys. Really, really good. So if we can do that, fantastic. If not, we are in trouble. I think that we are in a lot of trouble for the mere fact that we have the CPI report coming out. We have earnings coming out. Everybody's expecting companies to have downgrades. They're expecting the market or the earnings to disappoint across the board. Now, if something happens and we start doing extremely well, and we do well, that will be fantastic. Okay, that will have the market scream higher. Here are the diamonds. Diamonds daily chart. Symmetrical triangle. Thursday we pop up. We stay above. We are above most major moving averages here on the daily chart. But we got to get above the 50-day moving average right there. So we got to get above that. That would be good if we can do that. If you guys remember, do you guys remember I said look at these bullish divergence? Have a bullish divergence in the MACD. This is bullish, and we should look for upside. Boom, there it is, the upside. Let's see, the spider, did we have it? Yeah, see, you can see it on the spider too. If I draw it in for you, you'll see on the spider, we were going higher here, lower here. You can see this. And sure enough, boom, to the upside. Really, really good. Nasdaq. You go Nasdaq, we do not have a bullish divergence. We were rallied up to resistance, hit our head, dropped down. Again, we gapped up on Friday and gapped down. Looks pretty bearish to me. Tech stocks are under significant pressure the last couple months. Small caps, Russell 2000 in a big symmetrical triangle. These things can pop either direction, but I have a bias here, and I want to share with you what that is. If I take out this line right here, if I take out that line, let's just move it up here for a second, okay? Fairly symmetrical triangle, fairly symmetrical. But do you notice how most of the price action is hanging out down below on the lower side of this trend line? Well, that is more bearish than it is bullish. I would love for it to be hanging out way up here, ready to break through. We're not getting that. And the other thing is, on this symmetrical triangle, we failed to hit this upper area. We should have hit that upper line. We did not. We failed. We dropped. And now we have a new trajectory, which is the upper line, the trajectory going lower. That is more bearish than it is bullish. The only benefit it has going for it right now is all the moving averages are acting as support, not resistance. So that could help in this lower. I have two trend lines here that should be support. If we break down below these two, woe to the markets. We're in the apex of this symmetrical triangle on small caps. This could be a sizable move to the downside, and it will not feel good if and when that happens. So be really careful that if this thing breaks, you do not want to have a lot of longs going. Financials, what's happening with financials? Financials are relatively strong. Had a really good week, guys. Financial had a really good week. That's the Fed's just pumping money into the markets. It's hard to beat the Fed when they're pumping money into the market. So we had this symmetrical triangle. We broke out of it Thursday, Friday. We're above, but we're in a major area of resistance. The question is, can we get above this area on financials? If we can get above that area, that would be really good for the markets. Actually, I think what I need to probably do here is add a trend line from there to there. So not only do we need to bust up above that, we need to stay above that trend line. And this is kind of a rising wedge. So this isn't a real danger zone. This is dangerous, guys, a real dangerous area here. And I'm just checking out a few things. So, okay, so that's just kind of where we're at. US dollar daily goes up, bull pullback. We should have rallied higher. That was a great bull pullback, but it's a failed bull pullback. So US dollar looks like it could be going lower. Silver is just in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't want to hold any gold and silver right now. A lot of trouble. Friday it gapped up, had a lot of promise, and people sold right into it to bring it right back below that trend line. Guys, I wouldn't want precious metals at this moment. VIX is down at a major support level right now. Major support. We're right there at it. If we can get down below that and stay below the 20 mark, ideally below the 19 mark, guys, that would be really good if we could stay below those areas. A quick look at Bitcoin is up. At the time of this video, we're over 55,000 on Bitcoin, and Ethereum is high base, and it's at 3,500. And I own both of those. I own a lot of crypto, guys. So there it is. That is what I have going on. Now, a quick look here at the weekly charts, weekly charts. I want to show you a couple things. Big bearish divergence. See the red lines? This is the S&P 500, big rising wedge, higher swing highs, lower swing highs on the MACD centered oscillator. It's a bull pullback. It looks good. Like we should bounce here bouncing off the rising 20-week moving average. It all looks honky-dory. It should be good. The other thing is we're slightly lower than the zero line, but do we have a bullish tick there? There's no way. No, it's a negative tick on the histogram. So what I'm seeing here is we have a chance on the weekly chart to rally higher. So this is something we're looking at. The problem is, and I'm using TradingView, there's a link down in the things, but the problem is if you look here, look at the massive volume on that drawdown. That is no good. I do not like that at all. Diamonds, same thing. It dropped down, rising wedge. It pulled back. It should rally higher, but it's looking like it's building a lower base, which is more bearish than it is bullish. I'm not liking that. The Nasdaq is at a critical support line. It must support. We're right there at it. Let's go to a line chart. Support. We're right there at it. We have to bounce. Will we bounce? I don't know. I don't like the volume, the increased volume for the last month that's on the downward move there. Not a good sign. We need to see a bounce to stay viable in this market. We just have to see that. Have to see it. Small caps. This is more bullish than it is bearish, just because it's a big bull pennant. Look at this. Big flagpole. There's our pennant flag. Here's what is bearish in this. The bearish part here is price action is staying below moving averages and at the lower line, not the upper line. I don't like that. So it needs to get bullish and fast. It needs to get off this lower line and get up here to the upper one and stay up there. That's what we need. We need to get above these moving averages, not staying below it. So, but I like what I'm seeing there. Financials, weekly chart. This thing has been just problematic. Go to a line chart. You can see support. Now we're just chopping sideways. It's a rising wedge, big bearish divergence. I don't like that. The thing that I feel like is bullish is we broke the bearish divergence. If you draw a line here to this swing, we just popped our head over it. So this bearish divergence might be null and void at this moment. Big positive histogram tick to the upside, but a ton of resistance, guys. We have got to plow through those two trend lines for this market to get bullish, and the financials just has to do that. If you go here to the US dollar on the weekly chart, we're hitting our head at resistance, and silver, big falling wedge. We're below a lot of areas. I don't know. It could be trying to put in a bottom here. I like the idea that it's trying to put in a bottom. Gold is on the wrong side of this triangle. It's heading down. This could be a low base. Look for that to drop lower. I don't like that. VIX weekly chart is back in better territory than it was. Last 3 weeks, it got really, really volatile, and you can see that there. Bitcoin, big breakout to the upside, big symmetrical triangle, huge breakout. We were talking about that. Nice bull pullback. We needed to see a breakthrough. Go watch my other videos that I talk to you all about that. Big breakout to the upside. I like what I'm seeing there. I'd like to see more volume. I'm not seeing that. We have a lot of resistance coming in up here at the $60,000 mark. The next time we break 60,000, I think we'll be at 70,000, 80,000 on Bitcoin. That's what I think is going to happen. And you can buy Bitcoin by going to GBTC, Bitcoin. It's Grayscale. That Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, you can buy that in your IRA, no problem, if you want to have some exposure to it. Ethereum, I have a lot of that. Big support, looking for this to rally higher. Bitcoin looks better than Ethereum at this moment. So there it is. You know what? Let's interview my 18-year-old daughter. Kyra! This would be fun. This would be fun. Can I interview you?
Hi, yes.
I told her that I'd probably interview her. So, do you see this? Whoops. Wait, hold on. That's how you can know if you're in the camera. Do you see that right there?
I'll stand like this.
Yeah. But this is a microphone, so you need to be right here. This is
Okay.
Kyra. So
Hi.
So, let's put this down so we can see your face a little more. Good. All right. A couple questions for you.
Yeah.
So today we were at lunch, and we met a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember his name?
Ted.
Ted. It was Ted. We ran into him a few times now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got talking cryptocurrency and some different things. And he's a follower of ours now. He's been following us.
Got a fan.
Got a fan. So Ted, hello. I'll shout you out. I'll show you your video here momentarily, and I'll make sure they can follow you on Instagram. So now, the question for you. I'm ad-libbing here. And I haven't showed you guys my family too much until they're gotten a little older, just to keep them private. But I'm starting to, let you connect with them. So, all right. So, far as kids your age, okay? Kids your age.
Mm-hmm.
As a whole, how smart are they when it comes to finances?
They're not smart on their own. I'll say that. It really depends on their parents, how much their parents have taught them. So if they have parents like my parents, they're pretty good when it comes to money and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's
Yeah. Do kids your age, do you guys talk about money at all?
seldomly. Yeah.
Okay. Do you, how about when it comes to investing? Is the concept of investing ever a topic with friends your age?
I don't know. No.
Do you guys ever talk about it? How many of your friends have own a stock? Just one.
I don't. We never talked about it. If they do, I don't think so.
Do you think any of them own any?
I don't think so. Well,
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about kids that are 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 that don't have any money in any sort of investments?
well, you definitely have taught us to save at an early age. So it seems like the sooner you can do stuff with your money, the better off it is. So
Yeah.
sooner the better, it seems like.
Yeah, sooner the better. That is right. So, so the girls, I've been slow walking them. You haven't been through the 101s yet.
No, but
Yeah.
I'll be excited.
Yeah,
To start.
you're going to be going through the 101s,
Uh-huh.
and then after that, you'll do the 201s, a lot more advanced,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be setting up a fund for you, and we're setting up a Roth IRA for you and Kendra. That's our other girl, and the importance of learning technical analysis and learning charting is to be able to trade, because you can trade inside your Roth IRA and make money. So let's say you put in $10,000 and you just hold it and you just hope your $10,000 grows. But better better yet, what you can do is have $10,000 when it goes up, and then sell it when the market goes down. When you buy back whatever you're buying, you can buy it at a discount now. It's like going to a thrift store, right?
Hey.
You buy it on a discount, and now you buy a lot more of it. So when it goes up higher, instead of having $10,000, when it goes up higher, you're making, $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, right? Opposed to just having your initial $10,000 go up to $11,000. So it's about having more shares. But anyway, what do you think? Do you think the average kid your age, they should be thinking about investing?
Yes, definitely. Sooner the better.
How do you feel about cryptocurrency versus stocks, personally?
Cryptocurrency versus stocks. Like, which one do I like better? Which is more important?
Yeah, I mean, do you have a preference on one over the other?
I would say Bitcoin seems more fun because you have more Bitcoin t-shirts. I'll go with that.
Okay, so I have some Bitcoin t-shirts. So she's at the beginning stages, and I'm going to have them going through. I'm going to be teaching them cryptocurrency, and I'm going to be teaching them trading. I'm going to have them go through the same system. So the system we brought in with our mentoring and stuff, I'm going to have my own girls go through it. But they need to be at an age that they're ready for it, right? You can't put an 11-year-old in. I mean, you maybe. I think our youngest kid that we had come through was 17, and he came with his dad, and. So, but a person has to be ready for it, and I thought with some of our talks that we've had that you're in the position where you're thinking about, I need to start thinking about this, especially.
Definitely need to be mature for it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one thing that I'm concerned with the youth today who are trading is they're doing it, but they're putting on the gambler hat, not the wise, savvy trader hat. What I mean by that is if you're not well educated in how to do it, you're just nothing more than a gambler. So you can put money in and try to buy and sell, and all you're going to do is lose your money because you weren't properly educated. So for all you youth out there, maybe your dad or mom's into it, an uncle and aunt, or a grandfather or grandmother is into trading. Learn as much as you can from those individuals. If you feel like you need more education, reach out to Grok Trade. We'll do our best to point you in the right direction, to get you help, to get you down the path. We want to help the youth. I'm passionate. I've got girls and daughters. I want to know. Please type in, how many kids do you have? What are their ages? We want to know. So Kyra, you'll get to read all their comments.
Hey!
And tell us a useless fact about them, So what's a useless fact about you?
Useless.
I'll just say this. What's an interesting fact about you?
I was a ballerina for 8 years.
You were a ballerina for 8 years. Fantastic. So tell us your kids. You don't have to say names, but give us their ages. I want to know their ages and any thoughts you have about them investing or not investing, and then give us an interesting fact about them. So it'd be something fun for us to read. All right. Thanks, Kyra.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
So the next video happened just moments ago. An hour ago. We were at lunch, ran into Ted, and this is Ted. Catch you guys later. We'll see you. Bye. In Tampa at Mama's Kitchen. This is Ted. How long have you been watching our videos?
Over a month now, definitely. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
So a shout out to Ted. Follow him.